Zone at 91.3 presents The B-Side.
Dan Gunn, man.
Hey, Dylan Willis.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, Jason. How you doing? You guys excited for Halloween?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm flying on Halloween, so I'm not really partaking.
Well, you're going somewhere cool, right?
I am going somewhere awesome.
Warm?
Very warm.
Pacific Islands?
Yes.
Nice. What are you doing?
I'm going to stay in miserable Victoria and dress up as a vampire.
This is a pretty good Halloween town, though. You guys did an on-site at a Halloween pop-up thing, didn't you? There's I think I helped.
Oh, Halloween Alley.
Yeah. So they're doing that pop-up store thing, and that's what I wanted to talk about today is these pop-up stores because it's
those Halloween pop-up stores crush.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah.
Right? They're seasonal, and of course Christmas time's another good time for people who have gift things and people are looking for something unique. So at 640 Yates right now, there's one called Pina Art and Clothing. They're from Ucluelet. They started in Ucluelet, then they opened another store in Tofino. They use all local goods. They buy stuff from the artists outright. It's not on consignment or anything. They do a bunch of printing. They got some cool gifts, so people should check it out. But really, the notion of a pop-up store is really entrepreneurial. I first heard about them, I think probably coming from London in the UK when they had just a bunch of vacant retail, and they put together a program. And we've had them around town on occasion. This Pina Art and Clothing is the latest one that I know about. But you can actually contact our local DVBA, the Downtown Victoria Business Association, if you're looking to do it, and they can help you find a location, which I thought was pretty great because if you're trying to get started, you don't want to sign a 5-year lease and do all the tenant improvements and everything. You don't know if it's going to work or not. And this can be really great for an economy where you can try a location or try a city, right? So for Pina Art and Clothing, most of their customers come from Victoria and go up to Tofino and Ucluelet to buy from them. So now they can check it out. They've tried Vancouver as well. But take our neighbors at Fort Victoria are Tacofino. And remember, they were one food truck, and now I think they have an army of a fleet of food trucks around BC. And then they've opened the commissary. I think they have 2 restaurant locations down in Vancouver, and they have the one on our street. And so it's a way for an entrepreneur to test the model, test the pricing, test the ingredients, and build a following before they make that investment. And at a time where, in Victoria right now, I think, I haven't looked at the latest numbers, but we're somewhere between 8 and 10% commercial vacancy. And people... It
feels like there's an enormous amount of commercial vacancy, especially on busy streets downtown.
Yeah. So, in your average town, 8 to 10% is normal. It's actually healthy, a vacancy rate. In Victoria, up until recently, commercial vacancies have been more like 1%. And that's just because we didn't have a lot of new inventory come on. But due to, some changes with where government offices are located and stuff like that, some new buildings being brought on, we have more commercial vacancy than we've had in the past. And so a program or even just individuals doing this pop-up thing is a way where they can go, well, I can't sign 5 years and put my life on the line of my life savings. I'm not sure this is going to work. I'm not sure I even want to do it. So let's try it for 3 months, make a bit of money. The person who owns the building gets paid a bit of rent. And then next thing you know, maybe it turns into a full-fledged thing or a full-fledged building, and it grows out and expands, right? And so what's the name of the pop-up again? This one is Pina Art and Clothing. But if they will go to Invest Downtown Victoria, it's the DVBA's website. They have a whole thing where they'll help you find a pop-up location. Ken Kelly, one of the greatest community contributors in town, is the guy you want to talk to, and he can help you find one. But if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur and you just can't, do it the old-fashioned way, then this is the way to get started.
Fantastic. Dan Gunn, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dan.